I'm not sure if you're ready for this. Are you ready for this? I don't think you are. Toyota just turned the Highlander into a three-row SUV EV built in the US with up to 320 miles of range. And there's one feature that could make it a legit family backup generator. Stick around. All right, let's break down the all-new 2027 Toyota Highlander 5th generation. And yes, it's battery electric only now. Toyota is calling it their first US three-row BEV, and they're finally doing the thing that everyone has asked for, a familiar family SUV name, but with EV power. And the teaser I mentioned earlier, this Highlander can power external devices and potentially act like backup power in an emergency with the right bi-directional accessory setup. Here is your quick buyer first summary. Two trims now, XLE and Limited. The XLE can be front wheel drive or all wheel drive. Limited is all wheel drive only. Toyota says sales start late 2026 into early 2027, and pricing will come later. And as always, if you're even thinking about buying when this hits dealerships, do yourself a favor and start with quotes.everymandriver.com. It's free, it's good for new and used vehicles, cars, trucks, and SUVs, and lets you compare real dealership pricing in your zip code from qualified dealerships. And people use this every single day to avoid walking in blind and overpaying. No hype, just leverage. That's quotes.everymandriver.com is also a direct link below this video. All right, let's talk range and batteries of this vehicle because that's where buyers get burned if they don't pay attention. Toyota is offering two battery sizes. There's a 77 kilowatt battery, which is 287 miles of manufacturer estimated range. That's on the XLE front wheel drive. On the all wheel drive, there's two options, a 77 kilowatt battery and a 95 kilowatt battery, range between 270 and 320. Also on the Limited all wheel drive, the 95 kilowatt battery is standard. Now, real talk here, those are manufacturer estimates, not EPA final numbers yet. So I'm treating this as a best case scenario baseline until the official ratings land. The takeaway, if you live in a cold climate or do lots of highway miles, you already know range can dip. So when this launches, the move is compare trims, compare incentives, and compare dealer pricing again at the link below. It's the easiest start here tool you can use so you don't get into the, we only have the expensive one treatment left. Now, Toyota also put real numbers behind this thing, real numbers in terms of power and performance. All-wheel drive models up to 338 horsepower, 323 pound-feet of torque. Front-wheel drive models, 221 and 198. That's the EV advantage. Instant torque makes even a family hauler feel punchier in normal driving. And Toyota is leaning into quiet ride, sharp acceleration feel. Here's the part a lot of shoppers care about now, I assume, charging access. Toyota says this 2027 gets a North American charging system port. So you got access to a much wider DC fast charging network. And they're claiming under ideal conditions, 10 to 80% in around 30 minutes on the DC fast charging. It also supports level 1, level 2, and Toyota says a dual voltage cable is included. When this is released, don't just ask, does it fast charge? Ask about real world charge curves and winter performance. Dealers love to quote the best case numbers. Of course they do. Now inside, Toyota is aiming for modern and useful, not weird and experimental. The highlights call out a 14-inch touchscreen, 12.3-inch driver display, seating for up to 7 with an optional and available bench seat, 64 color ambient lighting, lots of charging, C ports, and so on. And cargo, this is what matters for families. Third row folded down, 45.6 cubic feet. With the third row up, just about 16. Under that, 15.9 to be specific. Okay, here's the feature I talked about earlier. Toyota says the Highlander includes vehicle-to-load capability, meaning the proper bi-directional accessories. The Highlander can power external devices, tailgates, camping gear, and potentially serve as backup power in an outage scenario. But the buyer reality check here, this can be awesome, but the details matter. Output, adaptive cost, how it behaves at different battery levels. Toyota says more information on accessories a little bit later. Safety-wise, Toyota says it's getting the Toyota Safety Sense 4.0 standard, and it's being assembled in Kentucky with battery modules sourced from Toyota's North Carolina battery plant and a U.S. supplier partner. Also, the new proportions are bigger and more planted. Toyota lists 67 inches tall, 78 inches wide, and 120-inch wheelbase. So that is the 2027 Highlander EV. 2 trims, 2 battery sizes, up to 320 miles. Also that charging, legit power on all-wheel drive models. And of course that vehicle-to-load capability for charging external devices. What do you think? Is this a game changer for the right buyer? I want to hear from you. Would you trust this as a first-year all-new electric Highlander? Yes or no? If not, what would you cross-shop instead? And if you're planning ahead for late 2026 or early 2027, don't wait until you're standing on a dealership lot. Start ahead of time. Research, educate with quotes.everymandriver.com. Free quotes, real zip code pricing, and one of the simplest ways to save hundreds, if not thousands, before you negotiate. There's also a direct link below. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe and like. We've been uploading new videos every week since 2012 and daily here in 2026. Adios.
One final note, if you are in the market for a new vehicle soon, great. Connect with your local dealership and price and test drive at least 3 different vehicles. A vehicle's strengths and weaknesses can only be discovered when you are behind the wheel. My reviews can be good, but you need to test drive these yourself. Visit quotes.everymandriver.com, select the make, model, and your zip code, and you'll get invoice pricing in your area on those vehicles. Shop smarter with price quotes at quotes.everymandriver.com.
You can save $50 right now on the Nuvio Recovery Chiller. It works with any tub, bathtub, cold tub, indoors or out. Just plug it in, set the temperature, and start plunging. Use my code below and grab your deal today. Want to save 5% on your very own at-home barrel sauna? I've partnered with Almost Heaven to hook you up. This has been a game changer for my recovery and daily routine. Use my code and link below and start sweating smarter. You can save 5% on the red light panel that I use every week. This platinum LED Biomax works anywhere. Bedroom, gym, recovery room, and is packed with science-backed benefits. Use my code below and start feeling the difference today.